What up, YouTube? T-Moose here. Since because of the Super Bowl, since I'm gonna be I'm about pretty much doing my reviews for about 10 football films. Here is my review for the Dirt football film, and that is the 2003 film Radio. Now, Radio, starred Cuba Gooding Jr., Ed Harris. Radio is another really inspirational film. I mean, this is definitely another film that my school teachers and all will usually always show once in a while. Anyway, in this film you got Ed Harris, who plays this coach named Coach Jones, which in fact I actually knew in my old school. I actually knew a guy named Coach Jones. Fact right there. But anyway, so here you got Ed Harris, who portrays this coach named Coach Jones, who ends up spotting this mentally disabled African American student named Radio, played by Cuba Gooding Jr., near his practice field, and pretty much is inspired to befriend him. And Radio's is also Jones's loyal assistant, and so Principal Daniels, played by Alfred Woodard, happily knows that Radio's self-confidence is skyrocketing, and so he, but things, start to, sour when Jones's, begins to take a guff from Fred, who feels that his devotion to Radio is getting in the way of his team's quest for the championship game. Anyway, and the chemistry. This is of course based on a true story. Sadly, the real Radio passed away not so long ago, but Cuba Gooding Jr. really played the character perfectly. Radio was actually his nickname, but his because he liked listening to radios and stuff like that. But his real name was James Robert Kennedy, and Cuba Gooding Jr. did one heck of a job with this movie. He played the role really well. Cuba Gooding Jr. is no stranger for the football genre, by the way, because remember he did start in. He of course played a football player in Jerry Maguire, which he won an Oscar for. So there's that. But that aside, yeah, Cuba Gooding Jr. really was amazing. I think it definitely one of my favorite. Of course he won his Oscar for Jerry Maguire, but my favorite performance of his, and of course he did star in Boys in the Hood and all that. My favorite Cuba Gooding Jr. performance will always be Radio. He is so good in this movie. It's really, such an inspirational film. The chemistry between Radio and Jones is really terrific to watch. You also had some other interesting people here too, like you had Deborah Winger, Asa Phil Murkison, Sarah Drew, Raleigh Smith was in this, Chris Mulkey. You had some really decent cast lists, but the performance, but the chemistry between Jones and Radio definitely is really inspiring. You can really buy Ed Harris as a coach as well, so that was pretty cool to watch. And yeah, it's definitely probably one of my this is definitely my third favorite football film there is. I mean, Ed Harris, like I said, gives such a strong performance, as does Cuba, and the film does contain some language and all that, but it's still I think this is definitely a film that families and all could watch. It is a family approved film, so there's that. I also like at the end it contains footage at the end of the real life Radio, which I thought was really cool to watch. I mean, this Rudy and Remember Titans are probably three of my favorite football movies there are. They're just so Radio is definitely a really decent, inspiring film. And, I mean, we always see movies about disabled characters. We've seen Rain Man, I Am Sam. This is definitely another one of my favorite up there lists. It's a really decent one. If you guys never really seen Radio, it's on Hulu. Go watch it. It's definitely my third favorite football film of all time. Anyway, let me lead you guys. Have you ever seen Radio? If so, what's your dog? Were you a fan of it? Were you not a fan of it? What's your favorite parts in it? Drop comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell for more notifications. This is T-Moose signing off.